got $20 in my pocket. I'm hunting, looking for a come up. This is fucking awesome.
Now, walk into the club like, what up? I got a big pack. I'm just pumped. I bought some shit from a thrift shop. Ice on the fringe is so damn frosty. The people like,
damn, that's a cold ass honky.
Rolling in hella deep, headed to the mezzanine. Dressed in all pink, set my gator shoes. Those are green, draped in a leopard mink. Girl standing next to me. Probably should've washed this. Smells like R. Kelly sheets. But shit, it was 99 cents. I get copping it, washing it. About to go and get some compliments. Passing up on those moccasins. Someone else has been walking in, but me and grudgy fucking man. I'm stunting and flossing and saving my money, and I'm hella happy that's a bargain, bitch. I'ma take your grandpa style. I'ma take your grandpa style.
Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone.
Welcome to the P Show. I'm your host Mira Sohaini
and myself Nur Akila.
Okay, today's topic is about obesity in Malaysia is on the upward trends. As we know, obesity has become our nightmare as a statistic shows that recently obesity has increased among us, either children, teenagers or adults. Based on our research, currently Malaysia is on the leading in the prevalence of obesity among Southeast Asia countries, while ranked 6th in Asia Pacific region.
So Mira, what is obesity? From this article, obesity is multi-factored and highly complex medical condition. Obesity do not only cause harm by itself, but also invites invasion of the other dangerous disease in our body. So today, we have invited a few special guests to discuss about this interesting topic. Welcome our special guest for today. Without wasting our time, I would like to ask Ms. Fatin about obesity. As we know, obesity gives many other diseases. May you explain more about that?
Thank you, and of course, obesity causes early death, which most of us are aware of. A survey shows in the Mansura Hospital that obese people have to spend more on medication and than regular sized people, which can significantly reduce their lifespan. Being obese put them at risk for serious heart problems. As we can see, obese people can do much activities. Their body also cannot function properly. Lack of activities and also high cholesterol brought by eating too much wrong kind of food can impair the proper functioning of heart and blood vessel. This result in high blood pressure, stroke, and other blood and heart condition. When the heart can't pump the blood throughout of the body, so oxygen and also carbon dioxide can be transported. At the same time, the heart will work harder and harder. The extra blood can cause enlargement of heart, which our heart become thickened, and that's called as atherosclerosis. Other than that, blockage in blood vessel also may occur, which can cause stroke. Oh yeah, other disease related to obesity is diabetes type 2, which is causes by insulin resistance, where the hormone regulates blood sugar. Their blood sugar become elevated. Moreover, obesity can also cause back pain and cancer. It can increase chances of developing cancer by 50%. Other than that, joint problem that called as osteoarthritis that affect knees and our hips can cause by stress placed on the point by extra weight.
Thank you, Ms. Fatin. Okay. The next guest is Miss Yanti. Okay, who's a former obese months ago. So, Miss Yanti, can you share your experience before this about now you're transformed from a obese to a gorgeous woman like now?
Okay, thank you. Actually, before this, I lead a normal childhood day with ideal BMI. Everything has changed when I'm 15 years old. I was left by my boyfriend, This incident made me so stressed. From that day on, I will eat everything that was served in front of my eyes. Since then, I gained much weight until 120 kilogram. Can you imagine that? All my clothes have to change from S to triple XL. Eventually, I have difficult in breathing and was diagnosed with atherosclerosis. From that very point, I said to myself, it's enough. I must change. I should appreciate my body and not hurt it. That is when I decided that I should get professional help. I went to the doctor and follow his recommendation for diet and exercise. I went to see a fitness consultant and get the info from him. As months passed by, I managed to lose some of my weight, and now I weigh 80 kilogram, and today I have my ideal weight, and now I feel more better about myself.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Yati, for sharing your experience. Okay, our next guest is Miss Anna. So, Miss Anna, as a counsellor, what did you think about Miss Yanti's past experience?
Okay, thank you, Miss Mira. Well, I think she is brave enough to take that step in her life. It has changed her into the better person. It's not shame to be an obese. In fact, shame is the last thing you need right now. Added negativity will do nothing but weigh you down mentally, spiritually, and psychologically. In actuality, it's inspiring that wonderful that you are taking the first step in your transformation. I could give you a pep talk about the importance of exercise, but truly the best and the most sustainable motivation can come from within. Can you imagine how your life will be different at your ideal weight? Visualize yourself doing all things you wanted to do. You can wear anything. Your self-confidence also increase, right? And think about all health benefits that your new lifestyle will bring. Remember, we only get one body for this human life of ours. Honoring our body with healthy choice is really an extension of honoring life. And so I encourage you to take initiative step in getting the support you need. And remember, obesity brings many adverse effects. So all of you out there with obesity, don't give up. Start now and make a change in your life.
Thank you to Miss Anna for your information. Now I would like to ask Miss Intan as a nutrition. Many people say that food is the main factor which lead towards obesity. Do you agree with this statement, and what is your opinion about that?
Thank you. Yes, the biggest factor leading to obesity is food. But it doesn't mean we need to stay with hungry stomach all day long. It depends on ourselves to choose the right food to eat. Nowadays, people tend to take fast food, which can increase the high amount of calories consumed. Fast food contains high amount of saturated fat, and it is packed with high amount of sugar and carbohydrate. And this leads to alarming rise in the obesity rates. Especially now, fast food are available in large portion size. And this again encourages you to overeat. While consuming fast food, many of us tend to get extra cheese and soft drink. This habit can increase the level of fat in our body. Our factor that can bring us to obesity level is the eating habit, where many love to take fast food during watching television,
and also at the late at night. This is not healthy because our fat metabolism rate decreases during night and all the food that we ate will not be used up by the body. It will then be stored as fat. Therefore, the amount of fat in our body will increase.
Thank you, Miss Intan. So, Miss Fatina Bila, I think you might have a few tips on healthy diet. Why don't you share it with us?
Firstly, we have to set ourselves up for success. Means we have to simplify, start slow, and make changes to our eating habits over time. Secondly is moderation. It's a key that will make we try not to think of certain food as off limits and think a smaller portion. Thirdly, it's not just what you eat, it's how you eat, such as eat with others whenever possible, take time to chew our food and and enjoy many times. Eat breakfast and eat smaller meals throughout the day and definitely avoid eating at night. The next tip is we have to fill our diet with colorful fruits and vegetables and also add calcium for strong bones. Fruits like berries are cancer fighting, apple provide fiber, orange and mangoes offer vitamin C and so on. Calcium is one of the key nutrients that your body needs in order to stay strong and healthy. Last out, not least, limit sugar and salt intake. Sugar causes energy ups and downs and can add to health and weight problems, so try to reduce drinking sugary drinks. As for salt, if consuming it too much, it can cause high blood pressure and lead to other health problems.
Thanks to Fatina Bila. And now, let's take a short break for a while.
Welcome to the B Show.
Let's continue to our discussion. So now, Miss Farah, here is a fitness consultant. What do you think does obesity and fitness relate to each other?
And the answer to your question is yes, fitness and obesity does relate to each other. When we talk about obesity, we usually appoint fitness as well. We often hear the word fitness here and there, but before we decide on anything, we should know what is the main idea of fitness is. Basically, fitness is a means of doing physical activities and having the energy and strength to feel as good as possible. For most people, health and fitness is not about getting ripped or looking like a model. It's about getting back to basic and fighting obesity and your well-being. Okay, as mentioned earlier, obesity and fitness cannot be separated. This is because to prevent or to fight obesity, you cannot just rely on diet. You have to exercise too at the same time. As for today, I'm focusing on how to prevent obesity on the first place. As an old saying, prevention is better than cure. Okay, first and foremost, people should know how much they weigh and they must calculate their BMI.
What is BMI actually, Miss Farah?
Okay, BMI is actually stands for body mass index. It calculates or measure your fat, your body fat with your height and your weight. You actually divide your weight against your height. Okay, when you know which category you stand, then you will know what next step you should take.
Miss Farah, what are the categories classified in the BMI?
Categories in the BMI. First is for underweight, normal weight, overweight and obesity. For underweight, your BMI should be less than 18.5. and the normal weight should be 18.5 until 24.9, whereas overweight is 24.9 until 29.9, and for obesity people, BMI is 30 or even more. When we know which category you are in, then you will know what step or what you should do next. If you're falls under the category underweight, then your goal is to gain more weight and do a lot of exercise. If you have a normal weight, then you should maintain it because it is an ideal weight for you. As for overweight, then you should be careful because if you just let that thing go on, then it will lead to obesity. It is like the first step into entering obesity. So you have to get started, tone down and try to reduce your weight. As for obesity, if you fall in that category, then you should start now. Get professional help, see a doctor and try to reduce eating and try exercising. Basically because obesity actually occurs because of energy expenditure. It is calories that are not burned. When you eat the food contains calories. If the calories are not used by the body, then it will be stored as fat. Okay, lack of exercise is actually the main reason why weight increases. You don't need to be an athlete to be fit. You can just do simple physical activities, for instance like taking the stairs more often than taking the lift, walk when you want to do errands rather than driving, and maybe you can bike to work, and set resolutions. Do simple activities such as taking the stairs more often than taking the lift, or you can bike to work or walk to do errands rather than driving. And making these small changes in your lifestyle can totally help you to improve your fitness.
Thank you, Ms. Farah. And our last guest for today is Ms. Ida. As a gym instructor, how can you help obesity people overcome their problem?
Okay, thanks Ms. Mira. We heard a lot about obesity these days. The usual solution range from gastric bypass surgery to the diet and exercise. But with all this attention, there's one aspect of obesity no one's really talking about. I discovered this thing when I see them morbidly obese. The problem, they could not do the same exercise as others because of their size. The machine were too small and some exercise were just downright impossible. Besides the obvious challenges of being overweight or obese in our world, when it comes to exercise, plus size, people have even more obstacles getting in their way.
What are the activities that you would recommend them to do?
Swimming and cycling are a good option, and it can be a real challenge to obese people. And a simple exercise that can be done anywhere is walking. Besides that, exercise ball can be a good friend with these obese people. It will help them work on balance, stability and abdominal strength. If you are obese or overweight, you sometimes have to be creative when it comes to exercise. There are many people talking about exercise and asking you to do it, but they are not telling you exactly what to do if you can't do traditional exercise. The key is to find something that is comfortable for you, something you enjoy to do, and something you will continue to do over time. But remember to get checked out by your doctor before you begin your exercise, especially if you have any health conditions or are on any type of medication. That's all. Thank you.
So we hope after this discussion, all of you out there are more aware of the effect as obesity. Many people do not realize how damaging obesity can be to the body and for your overall health.
Obesity is something that is increasingly on the rise today and will continue to rise unless we do something about it. Like informing people of now bad it really is and encouraging people to live a healthy, enhancing lifestyle.
Okay, and healthy diet and exercise 2 to 3 times a week is key to not becoming obese. Let's change the trend of obesity by living healthy lives and building towards health Malaysia.
We have reached the end of our discussion for today, and we would like to thank all of our honorary guests for their useful tips and information. Thank you,
and see you guys later
with more exciting topics. Bye.
Okay, bye.